Okay, so we're going to talk about unit rates here. We talked about ratios last time, which is just a comparison of two quantities. The two quantities can have the same or different units. And then we get to rate. So a rate is a ratio of two quantities that do have different units. An example could be, say, of texting. So you could have somebody that texts 60 characters in 30 seconds. Okay, and so the rate is 60 characters for every 30 seconds. Okay. A unit rate then is just simply a rate where the second quantity is equal to 1. So in terms of our texting, again, we have 60 characters in 30 seconds. So we can get to a unit rate by dividing both the numerator and the denominator by the quantity of the denominator, in this case 30. Okay, so if I divide 60 by 30, I get 2 to 1, or we would say 2, we text at a rate of 2 characters per second. So when you hear the word per, that's often that's an indication that we're talking about a unit rate. And we use this quite a bit in real life, right? You will drive, say, at 40 miles per hour, meaning we go 40 miles in 1 hour. We use kilowatts per hour for electricity. That's how it's measured. Our car goes 25 miles per gallon. For every gallon of gas that it uses, it travels 25 miles. Okay, so we use the unit rates a lot. So we can look at the one for driving here. So let's delete that. And I have an example where we drive 15 miles in 20 minutes. Okay, so the rate is 15 miles for every 20 minutes. So it's in-town driving, slower driving. We want to get to a unit rate of miles per minute. So let's say we're going to take the 15, divide it by 20. And so that's going to be our decimals. And so that's going to be 7. So that's 140. 10. I have to bring down another one. 5. Here's our 100. So this is a unit rate then of 0.75 miles per minute. Okay. We can look at another example of, say, comparison for shopping. And let's say that we want to know that we have different sizes of the same can of our same brand of sunscreen. So we have sunscreen. And we can either buy a 8-ounce bottle or a 12-ounce bottle. And the 8-ounce bottle costs a total of $5.76. The 12-ounce bottle costs us $8.88. So the only way to know whether this is which one is cheaper, is to do it by ounce. We want to figure out what is the unit rate for these bottles. So we would take the dollars and divide it by the ounces. Okay, so so we set up the regular rate. So I have $5.75 for 8 ounces. That's a Z here, and that's a Z there. Okay, and $8.88 for 12 ounces. So if I take the $5.75 and I divide it by 8 ounces, I'm going to get 72 cents for 1 ounce, or per ounce. And if I do the math for the 12-ounce bottle, I'm actually going to get 74 cents for 1 ounce. So actually, the 8-ounce bottle is the better deal. Okay? So for comparison purposes, we often do want to use unit rates, especially when we're shopping. Let's look at one more example. Say we have a baby, and babies will tend, in their last month before they're born, will put on, say, an average of 2 pounds in the last month. Okay, and we're curious, how much is that for a week? Well, if we'll say that the month has 4 weeks. Okay, so now we have a rate of 2 pounds in 4 weeks. So we can convert that into a unit rate of per week by dividing the 2 by 4, and that gives us 1/2 pound per week. Okay, so that should be enough to where we can start to do some problems, and I'll see you in class.